Cool. So, all right, Monster Month.
Monster Month.
All right, so we're gonna talk about my fucking favorite thing. And
Do
my
it.
dumbass didn't. I don't think I wrote down what I wanted to talk about the most. No, I didn't because I'm going to. Okay, so I get everything off of the Nukipedia, which is now fused with the Vault. There's a few parts in this that I want to read off of the wiki itself because it's a little long. I have quite a few pages of notes here. I'm gonna guess about maybe 8, maybe more.
Ooh.
Ghouls, or necrotic post-humans. They're decrepit, rotting, zombie-like mutants. Intense, prolonged radiation has ravaged their skin. The ghoulification has extended their lifespan and are allegedly immune to background radiation and nuclear fallout. Constant exposure of concentrated levels of radiation will randomly result in a human transforming into the ghoul species. Most ghouls in New California were once vault dwellers of Vault 12. What was Bakersfield, California, is now Necropolis. Vault 12's door was made to be defective so it wouldn't seal all the way to see what the effects of radiation would have on a human. Ghouls elsewhere originated from inopportune homemade shelters, or even like Pulaski preservation shelters, that were not adequate for a prolonged nuclear attack. In Kansas City, which this is, I'm pretty sure, based off of.
Is this Van Buren?
No, I think this is based off of Brotherhood of Steel. There is a city that worships a nuclear weapon in a cult. It's either Fallout Brotherhood of Steel or Fallout Tactics Brotherhood of Steel that this comes from. Either way, I'm not sure which one is canon. I don't think either of them are, or they pick and choose. So for something that isn't canon, I don't think Texas, there's Los Yabanes, Yabanez, Yabanes.
Close enough, yeah.
Los Yabanes. Most ghouls come from being blocked at the entrance to the secret vault. This town was later just called Los, so the town of which I think I brought that up before. That'll never not fucking make me laugh.
It's so funny.
What town are we going to? What town?
The
Capital Wasteland. Many ghouls were alive before the Great War of 2077. They were transformed because of the high levels of background radiation. Sharon is a pre-war ghoul. There's evidence showing that he's pre-war, but it's not entirely. I think I meant to write post-war. Hold on, let me double check. Excuse me, everybody. Excuse me. Can we? Declan, just vamp on interracial deaf lesbian couple.
All right. So, I don't know where to fucking go with that, dude.
Dude, fucking, I don't know, dude. Make it up. Fuck it up. I believe in you. You can do it. I just don't want to edit. That's the
Honestly,
shitty thing to say.
That's totally fair. Editing can take a lot out of you.
It takes, now that we're doing video, it takes me like 3 hours to do it. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
It takes a lot out of me, too.
Come on, Declan. I need you to vamp. All right, here we go.
All right.
It says exactly. Due to high levels of radiation in Washington, D.C. and its surroundings from decades of following the fall of the bombs, in some cases, e.g. Sharon. However, the evidence of pre-war ghouls... Oh, wait, hold on. There's evidence of pre-war ghouls. That's what I just said.
Oh,
fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one pre-war ghoul, and we're going to get to that later. But...
Yeah, I know the answer to that one.
All right. A majority of the ghouls that are intelligent that live in D.C. live in Underworld, which is in the mall at the Museum of History. Inside of the Mojave Wasteland, no town is dedicated to them. They're usually found with humans doing various jobs. Blight's Brotherhood, a religious cult or group of ghouls that want to find a new world free from discrimination. The NCR, Rangers at Station Echo, have some ghoul rangers that implies that the level of acceptance, there's a level of acceptance within the NCR of ghouls, which, if you ask me, is absolute bullshit.
What do you mean?
The NCR is closed off and kind of like, hey, fuck you, pay us taxes. I don't think that they accept ghouls in I don't think they accept ghouls in because they want ghouls in. I think they accept ghouls in because certain ghouls have a certain,
certain skills, and certain ghouls have a certain money. Everyone's money is green.
Yeah, that's why. I'm not saying the NCR as like the state of the NCR, like the NCR, like the army.
Oh, okay. Like the troops.
Yeah, money's green. You know what I mean? Or metal and round and shiny. But
in this case.
But like, I don't think that. I think that they're only bringing them into the military because it's like, hey, look, if we have a couple of them, maybe we can do some deals with ghouls. Like, it's more of like, we don't need them because of their skill set. We need them because of bop-a-da-bop.
Diplomacy.
I don't even know that. I feel more if it's like they're using them.
Yeah.
Like if they weren't ghouls, they'd be kicked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
So after the war, people would run to ghouls, both domestic and feral. Because of this, most people think that all ghouls are monsters. People call them and just to name a few. Because of this, some ghouls have started to hate humans, such as Mr. Crowley and Roy Phillips. Some ghouls refer to humans as smooth skins, which is never not going to be funny to me.
It's so funny.
So there's a controversy over the origins of ghoulification. Tim Kaine said ghouls are only the result of radiation. Chris Taylor has said that they're born out of both a mixture of radiation and FEV when involved. And Chris Avalone used to say the same thing and says it in the Fallout Bible, but later went back to only support the rad version.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Which I think is neat because you have people like, oh my god, Declan, I'm blanking.
You're blanking?
Herbert?
Oh, are you talking about Harold?
Harold, fucking, why did I think Herbert?
Herbert Daring Dashwood.
Yeah, fucking, I'm an idiot, sorry, I've had a day. Harold, fucking, he's like a ghoul, but he got exposed to some FEV. So
he's special. He got tree.
Yeah. So the biology of a PNH. I love that term.
Post-necrotic humans.
Yeah, I love the term of like a PNH. Yeah. Like, what are you? Like on the paperwork, what did you put down? Oh, I checked off PNH. Like, I just something about that. So created after the Great War of 2077, one pre-war ghoul exists. Hey guys, spoiler alert! I'm gonna give you 1, 2, 3. Okay, Eddie Winter. Spoiler alert is over. Fallout 1 takes place in 2161. Fallout all the way to Fallout 4, which is in 2287, and ghouls are still alive within the entire series. Ghouls were not immediate. Took months or even. Why do I have weeks? Took months or even weeks for the skin to crack and the flesh to fall off, and they are hairless. Although lacking physical strength due to decaying tissue, ghouls have heightened senses, making them more perceptive and lucky compared to others in the wasteland. Also, it's not written in the notes, but I like to point out, when you've been alive for 200 years, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of pre-war knowledge, which...
I would say, like, your wisdom modifier is, like, a +3.
Yeah, you want to say that? You want to say that for Atomic Tabletop? I'll make a canon right now.
I mean, wisdom isn't a skill in Atomic Tabletop.
I know, I'm fucking with you. But, I mean, you could.
Or I couldn't.
Okay. Chems like Jet barely affect ghouls because of the damage to their body that has been done through the radiation. Okay. Now, there's something that I wanted to read verbatim, and I sent it to you a few days ago.
Yeah, I read it. It was cool.
In my notes, I have written down, read what you sent to Declan.
Descriptive.
Let me see if I can find it. It should be right here. Okay. This is something that I just wanted to kind of read out loud. Scientifically, the neurotransmitters affected in the ghoul's mutation are those responsible for cardiac and respiratory function in a healthy human being. These transmitters are continually regenerated at a greatly accelerated rate after the mutation sets in, carrying out significant oxygen to sustain the life of the subject while being insignificant to retain dermal elasticity and to avoid the resulting necrosis. That's a fun word. The result of which is the decaying corpse-like appearance of post-mutation humans. Only ghouls may... Old ghouls may also suffer from some of these debilitating effects of old age. However, as some of the 2-century-old ghouls like Raoul and Dean Domino complain of knee problems when made to crouch, and both of them were far from elderly when they became ghouls. Raoul also mentions that he mentions how he is no longer swift and agile as he used to be in his youth, though this might be psychosomatic and or fed by Raoul's continuous doubts about his age and place in the world. Still, these may indicate that their regenerative abilities, problems with skin could not extend to soft tissue of their joints, considering that ghouls are missing their noses, the pinna of the ears. What's the pinna? Declan, look up pinna. Pinna.
It's the flabby bits.
Oh, the pierceable bits?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, the pinna of the ears, and some complain about knee pain. It may just be the process of ghoulification also damages cartilage in the human body. Yeah, I just wanted to read that like right off because I couldn't think of any way to really shorten that without just writing it.
Yeah, that was pretty clear, I feel like.
So
I mean, it's really cool to kind of like see how they broke down the entire process.
Yeah, and I'd like to see where ghouls are. I don't remember what ghoul says it, and I think it might be in Fallout 2, but one of them says we are the first and the only of a dying breed. Yeah. So whatever ghouls are there, it's super... At 200 years later, the only ghouls that are new is like Moira. And Moira's the anomaly, because ghoulification normally takes time. See, that's what I don't like. The argument of like, well, Moira this, Moira that, like she's hit with a nuke and then she's alive. Yeah, but think about it. She's a tinkerer.
She's been soaking up a radiation juice her entire life.
Well, no, she's from Canterbury Commons originally, but she's been in Megaton for a while. And if she's a tinkerer, if she was messing around with cars and shit, those cars have nuclear reactors inside of them. So it's not like she wasn't around it. So maybe that was just what set it off. Like, maybe she was already beginning to feel some sort of ghoulification and just never said anything. And then, you know what I mean? It's a little...
It's like when you get enough XP right before the boss, then when you kill the boss, you level up. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, their physical appearance, the flesh is always falling off in some manner. The eyelids and the lips are sometimes completely gone. Most noses have rotted off, and ferals are, I love this word, emaciated and hunched over. That's a great word. Like, not that, like, oh, I love what emaciated means. Like, I just like that word.
It sounds fun to say.
Yeah. Most ghouls are as intelligent as humans, but radiation may have gotten to their brains over time. Once the ability to reason is gone, they become feral. Some can just go feral with longer exposure to radiation. I thought I had it written down here, but I guess I don't. Oh, I have it like jumbled up. Hold on. Most ghouls lose all their hair. The little hair they have, they try to style, and facial hair is even more rare. Vocal degradation is extremely common. It's raspy and rattly. This may be from just the decay of vocal cords over time. That's one of my favorite parts about playing a ghoul in Atomic Tabletop.
It sounds like you smoke a pack a day.
It's just I sit in front of the microphone when we record, and I just make a gravelly voice, and then it's just like, you know what? I miss driving a car. I miss walking down the street. I still smoke 6 packs a day because I'm a ghoul, and nothing has an effect on me anymore. But it's just such a nice way to, like, slip in and out of a character. Because I remember that used to fucking hurt me. Like, I used to sit there and just
longer.
be like, and my voice is just so calloused. Where, I mean, I'm kind of doing it to show off a little bit, like, haha, because I can just slip into it and come right out of it. But, like, yeah,
imagine doing an entire episode of the show as Ron Ghoulman.
I think I wouldn't even think about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cringy that I keep doing it or not, and if it is, I'm sorry. But, like...
No, it's fun.
I wonder... Because, like we said in the past, I used to think... Because we played this so often, and I was so into the game that I used to, like, sometimes think with that voice in mind. So, let's talk about fucking Billy Peabody.
Billy Peabody? Tell me about Billy Peabody.
He survived for 210 years locked inside a refrigerator, which is bullshit because...
Oh, fuck yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I have this literally written down. Billy Peabody survived for 210 years locked in a refrigerator, which is bullshit because if this is canon, it negates the entire point of Necropolis in Fallout 1. When you take the water chip from Fallout 1, one of the ghouls says to you, I don't know if it's Set. Set is the leader of Necropolis in Fallout 1, but someone says to you, if you take that, we will die because we do not have water. Billy says, I ate all the pudding a long time ago. I've been in here forever. So, yeah. He would have died.
Yeah.
Billy Peabody.
And he would have gone feral from the solitary.
Well, yeah, of course. He would have... I didn't even think of that. He would have lost his ability to reason.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so many times you can relive the same fucking Captain Cosmos episode before you'd be like, put a gun in me.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Peabody is the only ghoul child and doesn't have a gravelly voice. Then I have fuck Billy Peabody.
Just like write that across the top of the screen. Like,
hold on, I'll show it in my notes if you don't believe me.
Oh, I do believe you.
Fuck Billy Peabody.
Dun, 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 dun.
How old do you think Billy Peabody is?
When
the bombs went off, how old do you think he is?
13.
I fucking set you up. I set you up and you didn't take it, you slut.
Yeah, how much?
Because you could have said, I think Billy Peabody was and I would have said, fuck
So how old is he?
Fuck you. You know who Margaret is?
Or how old is he?
You know who Margaret is?
Margaret who?
Like Margot? Margaret?
Yeah.
She's the terminal that you speak to. That is the subway, the metro person. She's a robot. She's a computer in Fallout 3.
Yeah.
She refers to ferals as possessing no internal body heat and emitting lethal levels of radiation. So they're cold.
Huh.
Which I thought was neat.
That is kind of cool. I never really thought about that.
So do they wear clothing because they have to? Or
because fashion.
But then, okay, I kind of pictured... When I was playing Fallout 4, I thought, this is fucking muggy. Like, that whole game just feels muggy.
Mm-hmm.
So, does Hancock wear that coat because it's cool and not because he feels heat?
He's chilly.
No, but do they feel that?
I don't know. That's...
you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like the only way they wouldn't be able to feel it is if all of the nerves in their skin are dead. And I don't think that they are.
They're probably weakened, but not dead.
Yeah, I'd say that you wouldn't feel, pain to heat as bad.
Yes.
Like, if you, were to touch a hot pan, you wouldn't immediately, draw back.
You can let that shit sizzle for a while?
Yeah, just ah! Yeah, I'm not sure how, the overall body ecosystem of temperature would be affected by being a ghoul. There's no way we could know.
So, I'm gonna I have on my phone, I didn't want to get into the whole, I just wanted to go over a basic rundown of ghouls, because I think to kind of go over, everyone, Mirelurks are more interesting, I think, because it's there's variants on them, where ghouls only just get a little stronger. They're pretty much the same base thing.
Yeah.
So
they get more puffy and green.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go over just the main ones.
Okay.
Feral ghouls, and again, this is off the Fallout Wiki. I'll show it on screen. I'm on my phone. Feral ghouls are among the most unfortunate mutants whose minds have deteriorated from prolonged exposure to radiation, becoming instinct-driven savages, attacking anyone and anything relentlessly, save save for other ghouls while wearing the ghoul mask in Fallout 3 makes all ferals ignore the player as if you were a ghoul yourself. There's also roamers, a less common feral ghoul, dressed in worn-out sections of old combat armor, giving them greater damage resistance. The armor does not, however, slow them down. In fact, they're slightly faster than regular ferals. The feral ghoul reaver. These are fucking scary.
They're the scary ones.
This rare flavor of ghoul dressed in rusty remnants of metal armor appear throughout the post-apocalyptic Mojave Wasteland and Capital Wasteland and the Commonwealth. Once they're added in with the Fallout 3 Brotherhood of Steel DLC. They also appear frequently in the Swamps of Point Lookout, and they're fucking crazy because they're fucking all over the place. A greenish smoke issues from their scars, and their flesh appears to be melted and even bubbling in some areas, as if to be cooked by the radiation.
That's delicious.
There is a glowing one. These ghouls have absorbed so much radiation that they glow a gashy green color in the dark. How come they haven't made a light? Like, I have this quantum light. How come they haven't made a glowing one, light?
That would be cool as shit.
That'd be fucking super tight. Bethesda 5%. They actually just announced that if you can buy a lamp, that's the mushroom cloud lamp from 76.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's... I don't know if it's out yet or it's going to be out sometime. Ooh, fucking Great War Day's coming up. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is. It's soon.
Damn, we got to do... Wait, what day is this going to come out on?
This is going to come out...
Come out on, like, the 19th?
On the 19th.
I fucked up, guys. Fucked up. I should have... Well, we'll do something special for it next week, because it's going to also be the last week of Monster Month.
Yeah.
Sorry, where was I? The glowing ones are often considered outsiders even amongst the other ghouls. The glowing one can sustain a lot more damage other than ghouls, second only to the reavers. So some of the ghouls that are they're not feral, they're normal, quote unquote, are Jason Bright of Bright's Brotherhood and Oswald the Outrageous from Nuka World. They're glowers, but they're not.
They're not crazy.
And then there's the intelligent ghoul, which are just people with a fucking really bad sunburn.
Yeah.
And then there's marked men, which these are from the Big MT, and I don't know them.
They don't sound familiar to me, and I love Big Mountain.
I think I don't know, they look like ghouls. Skinned Alive, and like I said, I've been trying to play it. I've been super busy lately, and Borderlands is great. I'm going to go and play all of the DLC. I'm in the Sierra Madre, if I remember correctly, last time I played.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Skinned Alive by the Winds of the Divide, via a failed Big Mountain experiment, turned into ghouls by the radiation of an exploded underground missile. Markmen suffer from a unique form of ghoulification only seen in the Divide. The injuries they suffer would mean the death of any ordinary ghoul, and the radiation of the Divide is believed to be the only thing keeping them alive. Despite being cognitive enough to carry weapons and utilize advanced tactics, such as constructing outposts and utilizing guard towers, they are still immediately hostile due to any outsider that ventures into the Divide. And they got like NCR armor on. They're fucking sick.
I don't remember these.
They have like no skin and hair.
Are these from Lonesome Road?
No, this is fucking
Is this Big Mountain?
Well, it might be Lonesome Road, but it says that it's because of Big Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I want to talk about some shit. I want to talk about some really cool shit, and I think you know what this is.
Yep, have a feeling.
When you gave me the idea, I shouldn't say you gave me the idea, when we were talking about what we should do for October, you said, let's do a whole month of monsters. Let's do a whole month of the creatures and all the shit, and I started looking up ghouls because I'm curious. And in Van Buren...
And also because you are a ghoul.
Yeah. Yeah. I started looking up this shit, and I found something that just instantly caught my eyes. Something called Born Ghouls. And I went, I'm sorry, what?
When you mentioned this to me, I thought it was nuts.
So I'm going to read, again, there's a lot of things that I just want to kind of read verbatim off of the thing, just because I want to make sure I say it perfectly. Born ghouls are ghouls that are not mutated humans, but ghouls who are actually born as such. Through cruel experimentation on humans, Dr. Sebastian at the reservation, these ghouls gastrated and were birthed. Revealing in their infrequent success, this ghoul experiment only has a 2% success rate. Dr. Sebastian and Dr. Willem Clark keep their born ghouls progeny? Progney? Progny? They keep their born ghouls close. Maybe? I'm an idiot. They keep their born ghoul progeny close at hand and comfortable. To them, born ghouls represent the future of the ghoul species, and they do everything in their power to make sure their children are well taken care of. There are only 3 born ghouls, including Measles and Bell. At first glance, they look to be like any other ghoul, but a closer inspection it reveals that their lesions, exposed bone, and their hair patches are very uniform and look like they have some kind of exposure. They have some kind of purpose. On top of that, these ghouls are a little tougher, a little stronger, a little faster than normal ghouls. If successful, this could mean that over time the pregnancies could phase out the feral ghouls, and these are produced when radiation destroys the mind of the ghouls, and if simply born, there would be no particular affliction to the ghouls to fear. This would mean that if the feral type were killed, there would be none to replace them. Therefore, ghouls may one day be rid of a primary source of human stigma towards them. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah, like that they could evolve into their own like subspecies of people.
And that's then nuts, that's almost like fucking Planet of the Apes-y. Like
a little bit, yeah.
Is it like we can't trust these fucking and it's like, why? We're the same as you. Was yeah, like born ghouls do not appear in any of the published Fallout games. They appeared to be in Van Buren. So I read that because I thought when it said appearances, it was going to show a picture. I'm going to put a picture up, but they're like blue.
They're blue?
They're like a teal, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty eager to see what they look like.
Yeah, but other than that, I have, just in my notes, ghoulification, this I thought was super interesting. Ghoulification changes your eye color. Most ghouls have blue eyes, but not all. Set and Zhao have non-blue eyes, but when they go feral, they're completely white. Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah. That's all I really have on the ghoul.
That was a lot of lore.
Yeah,
We're currently at 52 minutes into our recording.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
I had to tell that long-ass story. I'm sorry.
No, it was cool.